Now we get underway with the penultimate heat here for DD2 and DD2 Masters. It's race 12. Let's take you through the starting grid. Enzo Bol, our Heat 1 winner, will start from pole position once again, ahead of Martin van Leeuwen on the front row. Axel Saniala and Lucas Pernaut will be on row 2. Jakob Bezel and Manuel Tenchet, row 3. Maxim Shurko and Victor Vrospe will be on row number 4. Row 5, it will be Dennis Thum and David Outleister. Nicolas Picot and Maxime Drix will be on row 6, ahead of Leonardo Baccaglini and Nicolas Guillon. Patrick Snolls-Lochmelis and Thomas Birstins will be on the very next row. That's row 8. Mats-Johan Overhoff and Carl Gustav Borgard will be rounding out row 9 with Peter Bezel and Martinas Stankiewicz rounding out the top 20. Rounding out the 31-strong grid will be Ed Matthews, Jules Cousin, Philippe Moitzy, Sebastian Schau. So Philippe Moitzy, Sebastian Schau, Alexander Scheiblecker. Oh, drama there for Tony Hogg, who's due to start 31st. And I think the throttle pedal is trying to coerce itself. Yes, it is. Oh, that's not what you want on the formation lap, but in front of him, well, 27th, Michael Becker. Then we would have Lucas de Vera, Igor Mukin, Kamil Kubera, and Tony Hogg will start from 31st. Not what Tony wants at the end of the field, but they are slowly making their way through turn number 5 as we speak. There is a breeze in the air. You can see the Mojo and the Rotax flags on the start-finish rate flapping the breeze. Still 30 degrees Celsius. Temperature might be set to drop a degree or so. Well, we're all hoping. It's going to stay like this for up until about 6 p.m. this afternoon. So that's just under 3 hours, folks. So Bol won in the opening heat. Picot won in Masters in the opening heat for as well. So we could be on for another great race, as we saw earlier on today, which took us to the lunch break here at Marienburg for Karting d'Espagne. Into the tram lines, revs rise, they crescendo. Are we lights out? Yes, we are. Good start by the pole sitter. Saniala looked to get through, but what a switchback. Brilliant switchback there by Martin van Leeuwen. Caught Enzo Bol napping, caught the youngster out, and gets through with an absolute perler of a start. Field makes its way through turn number 4, into the left at turn 5. Van Leeuwen leads. Bol absolutely desperate to get back into the race lead. As through they go into turn 7. Mats-Johan Overhoff, I think, having a little bit of dramas of his own. He's trying to get through on one of the Sodi Kart chassis just in front of him. It could be, more than likely, Peter Bezel from the Czech Republic. But a great start, a textbook Nigel Mansell dummy by Martin van Leeuwen to really kickstart this race and make it go alive. Goes defensive. In the meantime, Maxim Shurko up the inside. He got through on Lucas Pernaut. Is he going to get through on Jakob Bezel? Yes, he is. Through turn number 3, the youngster from Lithuania gets through on a previous DD2 champion. Absolutely brilliant anticipation from Maxim Shurko. I don't think Jakob Bezel knew what hit him. Right behind them are Lucas Pernaut and Maxime Drix. And, oh no, we've got a drama. We have got one of the Birrell ART karts on the right-hand side. That's heading out of turn 4 into turn 5. Great job, as always, by the men and women in orange, the marshalling crew here at Karting d'Espagne. A big thank you to them for their help so far. But it's not over yet. Here comes Enzo Bol up the inside. But Martin van Leeuwen was quick to anticipate it and made sure he did not get past. So this just goes to show that it doesn't matter your age, your skill set is what provides exciting, scintillating racing. And that's exactly what we are getting here. Look at the top 5. I don't even think it's the top 5 now. You can see how close it is. Nicolas Guillaume up into 10th place. And the top 10 after 2 laps, covered by, folks, 2 seconds. Just digest that for a minute. 2 seconds between the top 10. And then I'm looking even further down, all the way down to Tony Hogg in 30th. Oh, that might have been Thomas Birstens. There's the 424. That's Leonardo Baccaglini. The 16-year-old from Italy is out of the race. So Tomasz Birstens and Martinas Stankiewicz are also out of the race. Oh, dearie me, the hits, they keep on coming here in DD2 and Masters. But look how close Shurko is to the back bumper of Axel Sarniola. We've got somebody off the track. That's a Dams racing car. That looks to be Jules Cousin. So now this just goes to show how quickly things can change. So we are down to 28 drivers, rounded out by Tony Hogg. 6 minutes and 15 still to go. Van Leeuwen still leads. Second, still Bol as the unburnt exhaust fuel bangs as they go down the gear. They go up the gears through into turn number 1. Oh my goodness, I have not seen a race this close between quite a few people. Mazzio, it's the top 16. Top 16 rounded out by Philip Moitzi, covered by 4 seconds after 4 laps. Top 2 have started breaking away, and here's an attempt up the inside. That's Maxime Derrix. Maxime Derrix through on Jakob Bezel, through at turn number 8. Now, if people might remember, this time last year, that man in the 405 took his first ever overall race weekend victory here at this circuit. Now we're seeing Maxime Derrix really come alive. Right behind Jakob Bezel is last weekend's B&L Karting Series weekend winner, Victor Frostbay. Bezel gets back through on Derrix, who now counter-attacks through turn number 4. Lucas Panot, don't count out the young man from Canada in his early 20s. David Outlacher and Nicolas Guillaume have latched on to what has become a titanic battle. This is for 5th place. This could be absolutely mesmerizing over the next 4 minutes and 40 seconds, plus an additional lap as we've got a drama. 5:29 into 5:23. That is Igor Mukin and Kamil Kubera coming together off of turn number 7. Martin Van Leeuwen takes an extension in his lead, and that now climbs to just over 0.3 of a second. 2 drivers have been pinged for 3-second time penalties, leaving the corridor with 2 wheels, one of which is Lucas de Vera, and the other one is the 533. And that is, Martinas Stankiewicz. Well, that's not going to put paid to his race because, unfortunately, Martinas is out. So still, they battle furiously around this 1,388-metre circuit. So this is where things are going to get very, very close indeed over the next 3.5 minutes. Van Leeuwen extends his lead to just over 5.5 tenths of a second. Enzo Bol in second, Maxime Shurko in third. Axel Sarniola rounds out the top 4. Leading the way in DD2 Masters again, it's Nicolas Picot. He's 13th at the moment. Just behind Peter Bezel, who's just overtaken him. 4 position overall. Three minutes to go. And Enzo Bol trying to put the frighteners in as there is an attempted move. That's from Manuel Tenchert on David Outlechner. And just behind him, looks to be the full 21, I believe. That is Philip Moitzi, who did actually get excluded from the previous race after a steward's decision. But with 2.5 minutes to go, Enzo Bol is losing ground to Martin van Leeuwen from the Netherlands. Schurko, third. Great result from the youngster who hit the podium back at Val d'Argenton just over 6 weeks ago. So with 1 minute and 56 seconds still to go, Martin van Leeuwen can start pulling even further away from Enzo Bol in the dying moments of this race. Enzo Bol took the victory in the opening heat. Van Leeuwen will want to counter-attack that. And if Van Leeuwen takes 2 wins, Enzo Bol takes 2 seconds and a first, what will happen? Van Leeuwen will be ahead. And there's a move coming here. That's tension on Outleichner. And the Austrian gets through on the Polish driver. So that is a change for 13th place. It's not been an easy day for David Outleichner. As there we see Carl Gustav Burgard getting through on the 499 of Mats Johan Overhoff from Germany. That is a change now for 17th position. Next time around, we're going to go on to the penultimate lap. But Martin van Leeuwen has just made sure he's done a very, very good job. Also, another 3-second time penalty going to the 421. Philip Moitzi, 2 wheels out of the tram lines. That's 3 seconds added to his time post-race as we go on to the penultimate lap. Van Leeuwen extends his lead to just over 9/10 over Enzo Bol. Maxim Schurko in third, Axel Sarniala, Jakob Bezel, Maxime Dirix, Victor Frostbay, Lucas Pernaut, Nicolas Guillaume, and Patrick Snolz-Lochmelis now round out the top 10. Peder Bezel has dropped down to 11th. And Van Leeuwen is now leading the way in terms of fastest lap. Oh, lunge from nowhere from Nicolas Picot. That was up the inside of Patrick Snolz-Lochmelis. And he did. Now, did he get through? Yes, he did. He literally walloped the curves going through the exit of the turn 7 right-hand hairpin to get through, and that's into the top 10 for Picot. Van Leeuwen leads us on to the final lap of the race. 8.37 tenths ahead of Enzo Bol, Maxime Schurko, Axel Sarniala, Jakob Bezel, Maxime Dirix, Victor Frostbay, followed by Lucas Pernaut, Nicolas Guillaume and Peder Bezel rounding out the top 10. So Nicolas Picot now up into 11th position. But the minute that he started to get into the lead of the race, Martin van Leeuwen has not really had to look back, but now he can afford to do so because he left Enzo Bol into his wake. It's 1 win apiece as the 4:03, the 24-year-old from Zolder, comes out of the chicane, and it's a win for Scheepers Racing Service and Martin van Leeuwen after 12 laps. He wins by just over 7/10 of a second ahead of Enzo Bol. Lithuania's Maxim Schurko has really been the sensation in DD2 this year and also in this championship. He places P3 ahead of Axel Sarniala. Jakob Bezel, Maxime Dirix, Victor Frostbay ran at the top 7. Good result this time for Lucas Pernaut after dramas of a technical nature in the second heat. He places 8th ahead of Nicolas Guillaume and Peder Bezel. Nicolas Picot wins in DD2 Masters for the second race in succession, so keeps a clean sheet so far. Patrick Snolz-Lochmelis in 12th ahead of Manuel Tenchert. David Outleichner. It's been a difficult day for the Wyrzykowski Motorsport driver representing Poland. He finishes ahead of Philip Moitzi. Dennis Thum takes second in DD2 Masters ahead of Carl Gustav Burgard, Mats Johan Overhoff, Sebastian Schul, Christophe Capitan, Alexander Scheiblecker, Ed Matthews, Jules Cousin, Michael Becker. Tony Hogg finishes 25th. Probably rounds out the top 5 on my estimation in DD2 Masters this time. Lucas de Vera, Igor Mukin and Camille Kubera round out the 28 strong. Technical difficulties for Leonardo Baccaglini meant that the Italian had to stop on the circuit on lap 2. And Thomas Birstins and Martinas Stankiewicz, unfortunately, might have just incidentally come together on the second lap of the race, and thereby they would retire.